Hello! Welcome back to another video. How are the new videos, by the way? Are you enjoying the new content? I'm trying to put a video out every day. It's a very hard challenge for me, and I appreciate all your comments, subscriptions, and likes and all that. I'm going to answer another question that someone brought up. Thoughts on long-distance relationships? Oh boy, here we go. Here it comes. By the way, if you are in a long-distance relationship, pay attention, okay? Because I'm going to give you tips on how to salvage your relationship. Learn from my mistakes, okay? My thoughts on long-distance relationships are they do not work. And I'm telling you this based on my own personal experience. I've had 3 relationships fail because of long distance. Now, let me explain what happened. The first girl, we were together for about 6 years together, and we lived in Korea. I was working in Korea, she was working in Korea, and she was Korean. And we were very happy, and then all of a sudden, she wanted to study English abroad for a year. And she wanted to see Canada, and as a loving boyfriend, you know, I could either say don't do it or support her decision. I was stupid enough to support her decision, and she went to Canada to live abroad. We were apart for about like 10 months. That's a very long time. I was very naive, very young, very stupid. But I had my work. I had my own shit to do in Korea. So, you know, my work comes first. So we would Skype. We would talk to each other online. All the usual, I love you and all that stuff. But at the end, we broke up, and she found a fat, old, rich guy, and she became a gold digger. If I had to explain the story to you like many years ago, I would be in tears. I would be in like heartbreak, but I got over it. I learned my lesson. There is a certain amount of time where a guy and a girl should not be apart. All right? And I'll explain this even further. The second girl, we were together for about 2 years. She was another Korean girl. The situation was that she was working full-time as a stewardess. All right, so she was very busy, very hectic, and I supported her throughout her journey. But for me, I was getting tired of teaching English in Korea, and I needed to I needed to explore different ways to make money. And one thing that kept popping up in conversations online was working in Alberta in the oil fields, right? You can make a shit ton of money within like a short amount of time, like a few months. And you can take a break and then enjoy like a few months off and do whatever you want. And that's something I was preparing for. And I was totally naive again. I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I took a flight from Korea all the way to Alberta, and I spent few months looking for jobs, and that was at the time when the price of oil tanked. Nobody was hiring. I was asking everybody who was hiring, and nobody, even experienced people that I was bunking beds with in the hostels, they couldn't find work, and they were all telling me like, yeah, this is not the good time, and they were all working on their plan B. You know, they were going to go back to their home countries or hometown, and then wait till the price of oil goes up. So the whole duration itself for me, from me leaving that girlfriend to the time where we broke up, was about 3 months. 3 months, she cracked. And she ended up going to a club, hooking up with a guy, and cheating on me. And then we broke up. And she told me over text. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, I'm busting my ass off in the freezing cold winter here in Alberta, trying to make money for us, you know, get a better life for us. And she goes off and meets some guy in a club. And then she just, throws me away. Yeah, that was very heartbreaking. It was very hard to get over that. But I learned my lesson from that experience. And then on top of that, there was a third girl I dated. There was a girl I dated here in Vancouver. And what happened was I went to Thailand, and I just wanted to, just like chill out in Thailand, work on my business. I heard so much about like digital nomads and lifestyle over there, laptop lifestyle and all that. It's very easy and all that. So I went on a journey to Thailand for the first time. And yeah, my eyes were wide open, blew me away what I saw in Thailand. That's for another story. That's another video, okay? There's so much to talk about when it comes to Thailand. The whole trip was about 3 to 4 months, me total in Thailand. By the time I got back to Vancouver, she looked at me like I was a total stranger. Like she didn't know who I was. Like, why are you contacting me? And obviously she met another guy. She moved on with her life. We just eventually drifted apart. So that's in total 3 relationships in my personal experience that failed because of long distance. Here are things that I've learned and tips that I'm going to give to you. First of all, it is true what they say. There is a saying that goes, absence makes the heart grow fonder or forgetful. Have you ever heard of that? I'll say it again. Absence makes the heart grow fonder or forgetful. There is a certain amount of time for girls, whether you like it or not. The truth is that girls, there is a timeline where, you can be apart and they'll miss you. And there's a time where they will forget you. If you are in a long distance relationship, my heart goes out to you. It's very hard. Girls, they need to be hugged. They need to be touched. They need to be kissed. They need to be looked after. You can't just physically be apart and like Skype each other or text each other. It's just not the same for them. Okay. No matter how much they tell you that, it's just not the same. At the end of the day, their lizard brains will tell them that, oh my God, it's time for me to find another guy because the time we've been apart is just too long. I need to move on. Girls move on just like that. It's evolution for them. It's in their brains. It's been programmed in them, and they are very good at adapting to their situation and moving on. Whereas us guys, it takes us years to get over a heartbreak. It took me years to get over my exes and like looking back on my mistakes and how I could have changed things and the lessons that were there. My answer is, if you are in a long distance relationship right now, I would say the maximum amount of time that a guy and a girl can be apart is about 2 to 3 weeks. Anything beyond that, beyond 3 weeks, guys, you're in the danger zone. Okay? She will be tempted. Guys will constantly like surround her orbiters. Guys can smell blood in the water. All right? And when you're not there, when you're not physically there, guys can sense that. You need to be physically with your girl. All right? Doesn't matter. Me as a guy, like I said, the first girl, I was away from her for about 10 months. And what was I doing during these 10 months? I was just working my ass off. I was just busy, working at my job. I'm like making money, saving money, just living my life, hanging out with friends, doing my hobbies. I know like a lot of guys, they're very insecure, especially Korean guys. One thing you don't know about Korean guys is they are very, very insecure. And Korean girls, they are very, very insecure as well. Okay. They are attached to the hip when these Korean couples, most of the time. Beyond 3 weeks is just too much to handle for them. For me, I'm a pretty secure guy. I can be without a girl for months on end, and I trust her. Working my ass off, and she was abroad studying English, I trusted her. Like I said to myself, her English will get better, she'll have new life experiences when she comes back, and I can wait for her. Like, it's no big deal for me. For me, trust goes both ways. If I trust somebody, I expect her to trust me just as much. So if she's away for so many months, I expect her to be loyal and not go around cheating or sleeping with other guys. But that wasn't the case for her. She cracked because she's very insecure. That's what Korean girls are like, okay? Not all of them, but I would say most of them based on my experience. And I've dated a lot. Same thing, me in Alberta. I was busy learning about the oil fields and the oil industry. I was learning about getting my certifications. I was talking and networking with other people in the industry, getting to know inside and out whether this business was for me. And it wasn't. At the end, it wasn't. Okay? Like, if you add it up, yes, you can make a ton of money. You can make about like 10 to 20 grand a month. If you bust your ass off, if you work overtime, if you deal with the cold, if you can bear like being out in the country or nowhere land and deal with the isolation and the crazy people that you're working with. Yeah, at the end of the day, it wasn't for me because I'm more of a social guy. If you like being alone, keeping to yourself, then yeah, the oil industry will be good for you. You can drive a truck. Go for it, okay? Get your class 1 license. Yeah, do it. Make some money. Make that money. That second girlfriend, she was busy too, but she was very insecure. She missed me. She needed that physical touch around her. And she needed to be hugged and loved and yeah, all that. Like, yeah, I did a lot for that girl. You would not believe. Yeah. I took care of her a lot. I cooked for her. I cleaned for her. I made sure that, yeah, she got her sleep, her beauty sleep, because what you think you don't know, when you date a flight attendant, especially a Korean flight attendant, they work so many hours. The job is very stressful. They have to put on this fake happy face, smile to all of these rude customers that they have to deal with every second. Yeah, I felt for her and I really took care of her. And yep, I was betrayed. There you go. And then the third girl, yeah, wasn't surprising for me. At the third time, it wasn't that surprising. And I can sense that she moved on or she met another guy. So the sting wasn't that bad the third time around. If you have a girl and she's not in your physical presence, she's not in your country, please, guys, please buy a plane ticket, visit her every 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? She needs that physical touch. I don't care how much that ticket costs. Just do it, okay? If you really care about this girl that you're with, do it, okay? No complaining. Whatever you have to do, get that ticket, get on that flight, go see her. Every second that you spend apart, another guy can swoop in and take her away from you, like it did to me 3 times. That's all I have to say about this topic. Let us know your personal experience or your stories of long distance relationships. Let us know down below. Ask me any questions you'd like to see in a future video and I'll make a video on it just like this topic. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye. Yeah.